For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22 verse 14. You've wondered why your path feels heavier, why doors close right before your breakthrough. Stay here, because this message isn't random. It's your confirmation that you are being set apart. What if your struggle wasn't punishment, but preparation? Keep listening, because what comes next may open something inside you that's been waiting for years. There was once a man who felt forgotten by heaven. Every prayer seemed to fall into the same silence. He worked hard, gave his best, and yet the world moved past him. He watched others rise, while he stayed unseen, the invisible faithful. Until one night, he dreamed of a narrow road stretching into golden light, and a voice whispering, "Walk alone, but walk in faith." He woke up trembling, unsure if it was real, but something inside him shifted. He began to notice signs, a verse on a billboard, a stranger's words, the stillness between breaths. Could God still be speaking to me? He whispered. Days turned into weeks. His world fell quieter, friends faded, plans collapsed. But inside that emptiness, something sacred began to move. "This is the wilderness of the chosen," the voice said again. He didn't understand then that isolation is not absence, but initiation. Every delay was carving space for destiny. And what happens next will make you rethink the word chosen. Then came the breaking. Bills stacked, relationships fractured, prayers returned in silence. He cried, "God, have you forgotten me?" But heaven said nothing. Until one night, in the middle of that silence, he heard, not through his ears, but through his spirit, "Do not mistake stillness for abandonment." He fell to his knees and wept. "Then why this pain?" And the answer came softly, "Because I am pruning you to bear fruit that will not fade." Weeks later, while walking through the same street he'd always taken, he saw an old man struggling to lift a box in the rain. He stopped to help, a small act, but sacred in its timing. The old man smiled and said, "You don't know me, but I've been praying for someone to come. God told me you'd pass by." Tears filled his eyes. In that single moment, he realized he was never forgotten. He was being positioned. Every closed door, every delay, every silence was a divine choreography. And the voice whispered once more, "You were chosen not for comfort, but for calling. What you carry isn't small, it's sacred." If this story touched something in you, it wasn't by accident. You are chosen too. Your waiting isn't wasted. Your silence is your sanctuary. And the pain you've endured was proof that heaven was preparing you, not punishing you. When you share this message, you send light forward to someone else standing in their own silence tonight. If you feel called, like this video, not for me, but to seal this truth in your heart. Your story isn't over. The next chapter begins soon.
We have come to deliver you from evil.
Like and subscribe.